Power 96, Cato K. Lil Dicky in the house.
Hey,
How you doing?
great.
Welcome to Miami.
Thank you.
It's Art Basel week, by the way.
I think this week I'm going to change my rap name to Art Basel. Just for
That's
this
good.
week.
You have it down. It's not
Yeah.
Basil. That
Yeah.
normally gets people right off the
Yeah.
jump. Are you into art?
No,
I
not at all.
First, I want to say, like, right now, like, if a lot of people are going to be seeing you for the first time, I
Yeah.
think they should just pause the video right now, and we're going to put the professional rapper
Okay.
video right below. So go watch professional
yeah.
rapper, because I feel like that's what. Okay, go do that now.
Did you guys like it? Did you enjoy it? That was the intro to my album, yeah.
How'd you get Snoop Dogg on there?
You really just like reach out via management. Management reaches out to his management. They send like a one-sheeter of like who Lil Dicky is, and minimally that one-sheeter is like impressive enough to pass along to Snoop the song, and like the song is like pretty unique and interesting. So like he was on board. You know?
So I think, okay, I'm sure he gets a lot of proposals to do a lot of records with a lot of people.
Yeah.
But there's an element to you that when you actually hear your music, it's dope. So I think that's. You think that's the draw, is once you get the door open, that your work speaks for itself?
Well, I think the thing that, like, people ask me, like, how'd you get Fetty Wap? How'd you get Snoop? It's like, I think the songs are so different. You're right, they probably get, like, you know, feature after feature requests, and I listen to songs, and they're probably pretty similar. And I think mine are just completely different. I think minimally, they're like, they stand out.
Right.
And they're like, well, let's evaluate this because it's so different.
Right.
And I think you can't really argue that I'm rapping well.
Right.
So I think people will just embrace it.
Well, let's talk about the current state of hip hop.
Sure.
And Snoop has said a million times he's not a big fan of
Yeah.
the current rappers out there, their
Yeah.
lyricism, that he could have done a million records a day.
Yeah.
And so when you hear your record and the way that professional rapper vibes, which
Yeah.
is more along Snoop's lane and what he's known for,
Yeah.
do you think he felt good about that? You kind of bringing back lyricism?
I think that probably helped, yeah, for sure. I think rappers in general tend to appreciate what I'm doing because they know they can just easily tell the level of detail that goes into it.
Yeah.
You know, like I spend days writing verses.
Right.
So yeah, and I don't. The ironic thing is, like in terms of like the current state of hip hop, like as a fan of hip hop, I probably like the music most that you're kind of discrediting right now.
Right.
You know, like that to me like is like I like can't stop listening to like the Young Thugs and Futures of the world.
Right.
Not that they're not great lyricists, because I think they are in a way. But it's just ironic because I listen to, like, I'm not sitting at home listening to as great as he is Eminem. I'm listening to these other guys and loving it.
Right.
And almost wishing I could be more like them, which I think was probably, like, not the right mindset I should have.
So let's talk about, you have a huge record out right now that features some big guys. You got Fetty Wap on a record. It's on fire. Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah, RHQ.
RHQ, that's his, like, we haven't had him in the studio yet,
Right,
so I don't have to. So when he comes in, RHQ.
Yeah, call him RHQ.
So you have him on the record, Save That Money. Awesome song, and the video is even more amazing.
Thank you, yeah.
These guys, so how is it for you? And this goes, again, trying to introduce people to Lil Dicky.
Yeah.
Did you feel it's necessary to kind of have that star power in today's hip-hop world on a track?
Yeah, I did. I mean, I think it's, like, 'cause what I'm doing is so different that it's easy to dismiss immediately. I mean, my rap name's Lil Dicky, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely, like, so I felt the need to get the people on it to make people be like, whoa, like, this is actually more credible than I thought initially.
Yeah.
And more so, like, I just like, you know, the guys, Rich Homie Quan, like, typically raps about the opposite of saving money. So, like, I just wanted to flip the script and get guys that typically wouldn't necessarily rap about this type of concept. I just like putting people in positions where they're just not ever in.
And when he does his verses, you actually poke fun at him a little bit. Like, hey, what does that have to do with saving money?
Yeah.
And in the video, you even get like an extended clip of what you say to him.
Yeah.
What's his reaction to that?
I think he thinks it's hilarious. He thinks it's funny.
So
like,
they're all everybody, you know, in today's hip hop world, they appreciate your originality and what you're doing, and they totally respect.
certainly can't say everybody because I haven't come close to like meeting everybody, but I will say that I'm pleasantly not surprised, but like my fear was that going into this that it'd be very easy to look at me and view me as like a gimmick, and like the last thing I want to do is be like a sideshow freak on like the side. Like I wanted everyone to be like, this is cool.
Right.
And I'm pleasantly surprised that rappers, like I said, more than anybody, like I think a lot of people appreciate what I'm doing and find it refreshing just in general, but rappers more so because they just know what goes into the art of making rap music, and they just know that it's just different and kind of, in a way, next level.
So, I mean, we talked a little bit before. I'm going to go there. Macklemore.
Yeah.
Another white rapper.
Yeah.
You come from a marketing world. you're doing something totally different. Where I feel that Macklemore did the traditional route of hip hop, like kind of like I'm a good lyricist and I'm gonna play the hip hop role somewhat. And he doesn't have records with Fetty Wap, with the real credible guys right now.
And
I think
Schoolboy Q.
So, well, I mean, I just feel like he's not seen as authentic, where you're telling people right from the start, I'm not trying to be hip hop, I'm not trying to be urban, I'm Lil Dicky, I'm trying to create my own lane.
Here's what I'll say about Macklemore. Like, I could never hate on that guy because he's genuinely making the world a better place. Like, that guy just makes songs that just improve society. And it's almost like, in a way, more elegant than anything. Like, it's more elegant than what I'm doing, in a way. You know, I obviously love what I'm doing, but, like, you know, I just have trouble criticizing Macklemore when he's making songs that just elevate society.
Absolutely. And it's just there's a big connotation with white rappers.
Totally.
You have a tougher road to go through, and I find it refreshing where you kind of tell people with your professional rapper video and track right from the start, this is who I am, this is what I'm going for, and the song's dope on top of it. By the end of it, you can't deny that you have a lot of talent.
Yeah.
And you come from a marketing background. You have tons of videos out there. How much does your marketing background...
I don't think the marketing background did. I mean, the only thing it did was I worked at an ad agency, and in my ad agency, like, there was a production wing where they were just making little videos all the time, and I simply saw how possible it was to make nice, polished videos very easily. Beyond, like, seeing that, you know, I was a marketing major, and like, but I just never. I don't think I apply anything I learned from school. Everything I do is very logical to me. And it just, like, makes sense when I don't put a lot of thought.
But do you think that logic comes from?
No, I think it's always been there for me, and I don't, maybe if it's subconscious if it is. I don't really, like, put, like, people said, like, your brand is so well thought out. It's really not. I'm just constantly myself at all times.
Right.
So it's, like, not difficult to make the brand so authentic when I'm just being me all the time.
But if it wasn't for social media and the ability to show who you are.
But I think that's a product of me being a millennial.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's, like, I think, of course, I'm going to have a Facebook page. Of course, I'm going to put stuff on YouTube.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's like I'm doing anything interesting. I'm not, like, doing these, like, ridiculous Twitter promotions.
Right.
I'm just tweeting.
But that's why I feel like you're a millennial, new age artist, that you just can't have music.
No,
you have to have the entire package.
I think, you know, I say this to people all the time, like, what era would you have thrived in? I, like, ask my friends that. And, like, some of my friends, like, might have been better served for the 70s. You know what I mean? This is my time. Like, I'm, like, born to, I think, be in, like, 2015. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a very do-it-yourself kind of culture. And I think 10 years ago, there's no way I would have been able to be a rapper. Like, no chance. No chance.
You couldn't have been the 11th member of Wu-Tang?
No chance. No chance. What am I going to do? I'm going to be, like, rapping in the suburbs on, like, a corner, and some guy's going to hear me? Like, no way.
Well, that's, in professional rapper, you have, like, there's a cut with the cartoons, and you have a cartoon of all the biggest rappers out there.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z's number one.
Jay-Z's my favorite rapper ever, but Drake is certainly my favorite, like, modern day rapper, and I think Drake is easily on pace to become my favorite rapper of all time. He just needs to continue.
You're originally from Philly.
Yeah.
Kobe fan?
Biggest. Was just at the game.
You were just in Philly for the game?
Yeah.
And
Kobe, I don't think I would also, I also don't think that I would be who I am today if Kobe Bryant didn't exist.
So he's your Michael Jordan?
He is my Michael Jordan.
You're going to the Heat game tonight.
Yep.
You're in town for Art Basel.
Yep. I also go by Art Basel now.
For today only?
No, this week.
Oh, for this whole week?
Yeah.
How long are you in town for?
Basel. What? I leave Sunday morning, I believe. Yeah.
So Nikki Beach tonight.
Tomorrow.
I'm sorry. You want to give the info for the show?
I don't even know much about it. I think it's Nikki Beach, as you said, Mac Wilds, who is also Michael from The Wire, which is my favorite TV show of all time. He probably hates me, like, even bringing that up, but, like, man, best show ever, and one of my favorite characters in it. So I'm gonna bring it up. Like,
Be more in the house, not too far
exactly.
from. Yeah.
Baltimore is very similar to Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've just going to some radio stations, doing sessions with producers, just really in the Miami rap scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get into the video. We're gonna also direct everyone. Save That Money video.
Yeah. Man, it worked out well. You'll see.
Anything you want to say to lead up, or you just want people to see it? How much money? Oh, I don't want to say how much.
Just know.
Is it? Yeah. Can we know?
I made money. I made $600. So when you watch that, just know that I profited off of what you're seeing.
Check it out. We got my man Lil Dicky in the studio.
Yeah.
With Power 96. Save That Money. Can I borrow? Like, I'm actually thirsty. Do you have some change?
No, I have no cash on me. And I would
Just
never give you any.
Okay.
So it's okay though.
Yeah.
That was really good.